24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is UYI Radio. Unlock your inner genius. www.uyiradio.com.
So welcome to UYI Radio, and my name is Danny Omarige. I'm your host for today, and today with me we have
Laurel Berry. I'm curator at Pop My Mind.
Oliver Squirrel, I'm the founder and managing director of Pop My Mind.
And Rachel Gilby from UYI Radio.
So thank you very much for watching this video, and today we've got Oliver from Pop My Mind. So what's Pop My Mind all about? Tell us a bit about
So Pop My Mind is we describe it as an online hub for creative talent. So at the moment it's used a lot by artists, musicians, poets, photographers, filmmakers, games designers, and the real twist of Pop My Mind is that instead of it being like a portfolio site where you showcase what you've already done, the challenge of Pop My Mind is to use other people's ideas to kind of find inspiration, to find new directions for your own practice.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So we have, for example, artists can use the site to be inspired to create new work in response to music or poetry, or film can be created in response to games design. So it's a hub where people come to kind of inspire each other to create new, interesting.
That's very good. So what you do is you're kind of inspiring people and also creating a platform where people can be more inspirational and
that's an interesting part of it, that every time somebody on Pop My Mind creates something new and uploads that as a response to something else, there's no telling what your piece of work might then go on to inspire, which is a really cool feeling. You get an email to say you've been popped. That's what we call it.
You've been popped. Have you been popped? That's a very good word.
If your piece of music or artwork has triggered something else, then that's a cool thing.
Okay.
To see, and the imagination's so diverse. Each one of us has got such a different way of thinking and imagining. So it's just cool to see how people might look at something or listen to something and then completely reimagine it.
That's good. That's very good. And now this just makes me think, how did you think about that idea? What led you to, coming up with something so creative? And
Pop My Mind started off just as a music-specific platform. So originally I studied mathematics at uni and then was going to become a teacher, but didn't find it totally fulfilling and wanted to do something a bit more interesting, and thought, well, you only live once, I might as well kind of, go out there and do something, a little bit different. So, music was a big part of my life, particularly when I was at uni, and maths and music always seem to cross over. I don't know why that is. But, I just had it in my head. I wanted to do something music focused, and I wanted it to be scalable, and I wanted it to be something online. So, it just started off as a music platform where every couple of weeks I'd set a different theme or a different challenge. So it had the same principles of Pop My Mind. It was exclusively about inspiring people to create new work as opposed to just hosting what they've done already. And then, just managed that completely on my own, out of my bedroom. And then it got to a point, got good momentum, started pitching for investment in London, got a couple of people interested, and then that was the main driving force to expanding it to Pop My Mind. Together with this lead investor, we decided to kind of open it out to all forms of creativity, as opposed to just music. And then
I'm sure people watching this video might want to ask a question or any question, and one of the questions coming to my mind is, what are the benefits of for people that will be using your platform?
Answer that one.
I can do that. So kind of one of our main benefits is, especially for kind of graduates and creative students, it kind of offers a bridge between your education and becoming like an arts professional. It kind of gives that sense of community, which is often lost once you kind of finish your course and all the deadlines and the support goes. So it kind of fills that gap a little bit and gives an incentive to keep creating and keep progressing, rather than kind of letting practice stay stagnant. It's about kind of developing the big thing. And we also offer a lot of opportunities in the form of kind of exposure, real world exposure and digital. So that helps kind of creatives grow again and kind of build their careers. Also do a little bit of paid stuff, which is often an extra incentive.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's
It's,
very good.
money's always a good
Of course,
incentive.
yeah.
So we're also essentially extending Pop My Mind out to businesses as well, to give businesses the empowerment to inspire people to want to
Of
create
course,
new
yeah.
work. So there's a few more. We call them pops that pay. So there's a few coined by Laurel. Registered trademark.
I think what you're doing is very, very good because for a business to be sustainable, they have to keep, bringing innovative ideas and being creative.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you're actually fostering that, innovation and creativity. So well done to you. That's very, very good. That's good. So are there any challenges? Are there areas where you're actually struggling at the moment?
Well, we never struggled it well.
Sort of
that's
agree.
a lie.
Challenges perhaps at PM investment software.
Yeah, I mean it's all the normal challenges of having a startup. Cash flow is a challenge. We've been quite aggressive with our funding strategy. We've sort of said, right, let's go out and get some private investment just so we can let's test the idea and see if it's appealing, and we'll worry about the money later. Which from a business point of view is kind of terrible, but when you're building a community, our main asset as a business is the community. So we've invested time and money building that community, establishing that community, and then kind of growing the commercial things after it. So
that's good.
But so finding investment is always a challenge. That's not an easy thing to do. And next year we're gearing up for a slightly bigger round of funding, so we can properly accelerate Pop My Mind. So far it's been smallish rounds just to test the idea. So that's an upcoming challenge now, dealing with real hard-nosed investors. And, I think other than that, the ongoing pursuits for us is growing and expanding the community. Pop My Mind still at the moment is a curated community, so we handpick people to come on based on their creative talent, or we just need to be convinced that they're each going to add something a bit different. So if anybody out there is interested in joining, then go to Pop My Mind and you can get in touch with us.
So how do they get in touch with you? popmymind.com?
Yeah, if you go to popmymind.com, there's a registration page there, and that takes you through all of the process of how to get in touch and express your interest.
Yeah, check it out, guys. It's a very, very interesting website. I've been there. I saw some very good creative work in there. So now, people that, people know that the benefits, because you've mentioned some of the benefits of, using your platform. So what about for investors out there, people that want to invest in you? Can you just tell us one benefit for them?
Yeah, just one thing. Well, that's tricky. I mean, obviously the go-to point for investors is, well, where's my return going to be?
Exactly.
For investors, there's if I can sum it up in one answer, is that the return we can give is very varied. Not only is there a really good prospect to get a good financial return from the business, but also it's kind of like an emotional return that
there's the corporate social responsibility aspect as well.
Pretty much all of our current shareholders and investors, there's only one of them that are in the professional creative industries. The rest are from like banking, insurance, retail, nightclubs, and that's part of what's appealed to them about Pop My Mind, is that it's something a bit different, and it's all about exciting creativity, and the fact that our community are mostly all young creative students and graduates, so it's sort of investing in something that will help that demographic as well.
So you've been listening to UYI Radio and watching us also from YouTube or wherever you're watching this video from. Rachel, do you have any question?
Yeah, so you touched on earlier saying that Pop My Mind is a bit of a digital hub, but also that you have kind of other opportunities as well. Is there anything in the way of events that you guys put on, or events that you attend within the local community?
Yeah, we've got one at the moment in Cafe Siena in the Arts Block, which is called Revolution. So that's all a series of works inspired by the theme of revolution, and that's been exhibited at the moment till the 10th of November. And we also have another exhibition opening, and the deadline's tonight, unfortunately, for work, so maybe something a bit fine. But so the 24th of November, and that's in the Whistler Gallery of Dance East. So that's another multimedia show.
That's so
There as
good.
well.
That's really good.
We're also looking to work with more guest curators. So
Yeah.
if there's anybody out there that's interested in putting on events, either in the form of an exhibition or what we're trying to experiment with more is kind of like more kind of mixers for the Pop My Mind community. So it was interesting when we did the opening of that Revolution event. You had a lot of Pop My Mind members who knew of each other digitally but had never met in person before. So it was interesting to see what.
Yeah, it's really
Put a
good.
face to the name.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone's interested in putting on interesting events, then that's a really interesting experience we can offer people.
Definitely.
Okay, so you've heard it all from Oliver and from Laura. So thank you very much for watching this video. Once again, this is UYI Radio, which is Unlock Your Inner Genius Radio. So thank you very much.
24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is UYI Radio. Unlock your inner genius. www.uyiradio.com